All right, Lakers Nation. The front office is reportedly burning up the phone lines in a desperate search for a new starting center, and things are getting intense. According to league sources cited in a new report, trade talks are heating up around several names, but rival teams are playing hardball, knowing the Lakers are in a tight spot. The clock is ticking. Lakers need a center. The article we're diving into today lays it out clearly. The Los Angeles Lakers are actively on the phones to acquire a new starting center, with trade talks gaining steam around the Brooklyn Nets' Nic Claxton, Robert Williams III, and Walker Kessler. Though the article later correctly states Williams is with the Portland Trail Blazers and Kessler with the Utah Jazz. However, there's a big problem. Rival teams are exploiting the Los Angeles Lakers' desperation, leading to stalled negotiations and inflated asking prices. Lakers' top center trade targets. The report identifies three primary defensive-minded big men the Lakers have zeroed in on. Nic Claxton, Brooklyn Nets. Potential trade cost: 2029 first-round pick plus Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura. Why the Lakers want him: elite, switchable defender who fits the modern NBA. The article mentions a $100 million figure in the headline, likely alluding to Claxton's potential next contract, which the Lakers would have to be prepared to pay if they trade for him and intend to keep him. Robert Williams III, Portland Trail Blazers. Potential trade cost: multiple second-round picks plus Jalen Hood-Schifino. Why the Lakers want him: championship experience, elite rim protection. Walker Kessler, Utah Jazz. Potential trade cost: protected first-round pick plus Max Christie. Why the Lakers want him: young, cost-controlled defensive anchor. An unnamed Western Conference executive is quoted saying, "The Lakers are stuck in the same cycle. Every GM knows they're cornered. If they want Claxton or Kessler, they're going to have to pay a premium." This really highlights the tough spot Rob Pelinka is in. Why are negotiations stalled? The Lakers find themselves in a familiar predicament. Their urgency is giving opposing teams leverage. Brooklyn reportedly wants Austin Reeves included in any Claxton deal. Utah is playing hardball on Kessler, demanding an unprotected pick. Portland may settle for less due to Williams' injury concerns, which could be a small silver lining for LA. Fallback options if trades don't materialize. If the Lakers can't swing a deal for one of their top targets, the report outlines these backup plans. Sign a veteran using a mid-level exception. Names like Brook Lopez, a potential reunion, or Clint Capella are mentioned. Pursue cheaper trade alternatives. Think Andre Drummond, another potential reunion, or Daniel Gafford. Gamble on the buyout market later in the season. Latest developments and LeBron's pressure. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Nets-Lakers talks for Claxton continue, but are stalled over Reeves' inclusion. The Jazz are willing to trade Kessler, but want significant draft compensation. And crucially, LeBron is pushing the front office to finalize a roster before camp. The King wants his team set, and he wants it now. The report expects the Lakers to make a push in the next 2 to 3 weeks before training camp begins. While they are reluctant to part with Reeves or their last tradable first-round pick, the pressure to compete might force their hand. The crucial decision. The Lakers face a critical choice: overpay for an impact center now or risk entering the season with glaring weaknesses. With rivals driving a hard bargain, LA needs to weigh short-term needs against long-term flexibility. As training camp looms, expect heightened urgency, either through a blockbuster trade or a fallback option, to solidify their roster. Questions for you, Lakers Nation. Of Claxton, Williams III, and Kessler, who is your preferred target, and what would you be willing to give up? Is Austin Reeves an absolute untouchable, or should he be on the table for a player like Claxton? Should the Lakers cave to pressure and potentially overpay, or hold firm and explore the fallback options? How much influence do you think LeBron's push is having on these negotiations? This is a high-stakes game of chicken, and the Lakers are right in the middle of it. Let us know your thoughts below. All right, NBA fans, hold on to your hats because this is a kind of trade rumor that sounds like it came straight out of a video game, but it's making the rounds. We're talking about a move that would instantly create perhaps the most formidable Big Three in NBA history. New Lakers ownership, new blockbuster ambitions? The article we're looking at today starts with some hypothetical big off-court news. On Wednesday, Shams Charania of ESPN announced that the majority ownership of the Los Angeles Lakers is being sold to Mark Walter, CEO and chairman of the diversified holding company TWG Global. This hypothetical $10 billion deal is massive in itself, but here's where it gets wild. The piece suggests that this new ownership might want to make an immediate splash. Following the reported $10 billion deal, a risky trade involving a generational center from the Denver Nuggets was proposed to help Walter start with a bang. The FanDuel bombshell. Jokic to the Lakers? FanDuel Sportsbook apparently threw out a monster proposal on X/Twitter. The new Lakers owner, Mark Walter, loves to make big moves. FanDuel Sportsbook wrote, "Imagine if the Lakers traded for Nikola Jokic to pair with Luka Doncic." The proposed trade package from FanDuel is as follows. To the Denver Nuggets, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, presumably a recent Lakers draft pick in the scenario, Dorian Finney-Smith, who had been acquired by the Lakers in a previous hypothetical trade, a 2031 first-round pick, and a 2028 first-round pick swap. To the Los Angeles Lakers, Nikola Jokic, the Joker's unquestionable value. The article rightly emphasizes Jokic's incredible impact. Jokic fell short in the MVP award race this year after winning the award 3 times between 2021 and 2024. This implies the current year is post-2024. However, the 6'11" big man was undeniably the most impactful contributor on the Nuggets roster. When Jokic was off the court, Denver struggled to find a rhythm, proving the franchise had little to no chance of success without the triple-double machine. His all-around offensive game is highlighted, distributing pinpoint Houdini-esque passes, taking matters into his own hands after grabbing defensive rebounds, using his big body to bully defenders in the paint, or showcasing his refined three-point shot. Even with the hypothetical context that Denver fired Mike Malone in April and the Nuggets suffered their second consecutive premature playoff elimination, Jokic was sensational in his 10th year. His hypothetical stats: 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, and 10.2 assists per game, shooting 57.6% from the field and 41.7% from three-point range. A Lakers trio for the ages: Jokic, LeBron, and Doncic. The thought of Jokic, LeBron James, and Doncic in Los Angeles would give the Lakers a substantial advantage over most Western Conference opponents. That's the understatement of the century. This would be an offensive juggernaut, unlike anything we've ever seen. The playmaking, scoring, and basketball IQ on one team would be off the charts. But would Denver ever do this? Here's the reality check the article itself provides. However, there is no chance the Nuggets would accept just an offer that does not include at least 3 or 4 first-round picks in exchange for the number 1 player in the NBA. The proposed package, while containing good players like Reeves and Hachimura and some draft capital, likely falls far short of what would take to pry a player Jokic's caliber, in his prime, away from the team that drafted and develop him into a champion and multi-time MVP. The article mentions a $276 million figure for Jokic, likely referring to the value of his existing or next contract, underscoring his financial and on-court commitment. Discussion points for the NBA universe. Let's just dream for a second. How unstoppable will the Lakers team with LeBron, Luka, and Jokic be? Realistically, what kind of trade package could even tempt the Nuggets to trade Jokic? Is there any package that exists? Is the FanDuel proposal laughably low? Or is there any part that makes sense for Denver if they were forced into a rebuild, which seems unlikely with Jokic? Does a new owner, even one who loves to make big moves, realistically have the power to pull off something this monumental immediately? This is a fun one to think about, even if it's firmly in the realm of fantasy for now. What are your thoughts on this mega deal proposal? Let us know in the comments.